Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back! There has been a Monday, and that means only one thing. It's time for Monday Night Rollback! Returning to the competition after 2 whole weeks, and back to your commentary desk, I am your host, Reinart, also known as Jamie, and I am here with...
Weirdling! Yeah, or Jumbo. Whichever you like.
Just gotta snap it onto the end there. Or Jumbo.
Oh yeah, I forgot my name. Damn. So it's been like an old school gauntlet up until this point because we had like 4 players competing for the belt, and obviously we had to wait for you to get the hit list done because we had another challenger who wanted to join the gauntlet under the name of Cykamancer, and obviously we cannot, like, we have this gatekeeping mechanic that we just cannot allow you to...
Gatekeeping mechanic.
No, but it is, because it has to be, because if you're not good enough to fight us, then we don't want you to just be constant bottom bitch. So, yeah, so those...
It's gatekeeping with love.
Yes, it's safekeeping. So, yeah, the idea is that, obviously, if you want to join the BGF Gauntlet, you're welcome to, but... There's a catch. You need to beat every single one of us at least once, and that's what Cykamancer has done. Like the first week he was here, he could get a match, he could get a game on every single one of us, but Reinart, because he was not here.
Yeah, I was sat in my B&B in the north of Scotland looking at results coming in, like, holy shit, he's beaten them all.
Yeah,
I'm worried.
And he couldn't join the gauntlet last week or the week before because it was 2 weeks ago. That was your first week when you were not here.
Yeah.
And he, like, we were just like, okay, it wouldn't be fair to Reinhardt. You cannot join the gauntlet just yet. You need to be him as well. So he was absent for the next week. So the last week we had, as you have seen the video, it was only the 4 of us because you were not back yet and we couldn't take Cykamancer on yet. So... But now that you're back, you were here for the hit list, which means that you were also defeated by Cykamancer at least once. Which
I got
means
kind of bopped in that pot mirror. I thought that was going to go a lot better.
I mean, you still won 2 games.
No, I didn't. I lost 2-1.
Oh, okay, right. I thought you... Yeah, okay, that's fine.
It was a fun-ass game, though.
It was fun, yeah. So, yeah, basically what happened is that you got beaten as well. He earned his... spot in the gauntlet, but that meant that now we had 6 people in the gauntlet, which never happened before.
It's the biggest it's ever been.
Yes, and this warrants the like, we need to restructure. If we're gonna have 6 players, we're gonna have to go with a bracket because it's way too long. As you can see, the length of this video, this is gonna take forever.
This is a feature-length Monday Night Rollback. Just think of it as a bonus pay-per-view.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like it just feels like that every week since the Reckoning has been like a pay-per-view, because it's always like we have, like, you know, we need to do like a round robin because you were not here, and then next week it was just a regular gauntlet, and now it goes to a gauntlet with 6 people, which is fucking mental. So yeah, before we get into the whole thing, just give a heads up to the audience how it was for you, because obviously you have not been on commentary since you have done the big commentary at SEL 5. So, yeah, how was it?
The SEL 5?
Yeah, the SEL 5. The commentary, because obviously we all dropped out before the top 8, but you managed to get your spot on the commentary desk.
Yeah, so BP Tank lives somewhere else, I don't know. So he wasn't able to come to the live event in Dundee, and the head of events, Robert, hit me up, like, hey Reinart, you offered to do the commentary before, so how'd you feel about doing it now? So I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Oh god. So yeah, I went to the theatre. It was kind of cool being able to, like, walk around before an event like this starts. You know, like, the staff are about on the stage fixing stuff up. I have to go and do a sound check with Robert. That was cool.
So it's kind of like a gig, but for games.
Yeah, a bit.
Right.
And then Robert gave us all like a big staff briefing and stuff like that. Okay. It was cool to feel like part of this sort of thing, even though I'm not really part of Esports Scotland. One of the things that I found well, I guess it makes sense, but I didn't know about commentating a large event like this, is when you've got that big headset on, there's a guy talking in your ear.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a director man telling you what's going on. Not telling you what to say, per se, but like, right, cutting back to the talent in 30 seconds. Showing ads now. And that sort of thing.
Okay.
I didn't realise that was going to be a thing, so it was...
Is that why you had like pauses sometimes? It's just like, oh, okay, the voice in my head is talking.
Yeah, like we were supposed to act like it wasn't happening, and I think we did kind of an okay job of that.
Yeah.
But sometimes he speaks like, right, go to break now, and it's like, oh shit, yeah, 5-minute break, even though we're in the middle of a sentence.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, it was intimidating, honestly. Like when I started, the auditorium wasn't exactly full when Guilty Gear started, but it was all the people in the auditorium could hear us. Anyone watching the live stream could hear us, and obviously I've commentated Rollback before, but I've never commentated something like that.
I mean, yeah, you have done like small scale tournaments, like just going to the BLF on a Sunday and just hopping onto commentary as people are playing, but that's like a really small scale thing.
Yeah, like it was really different. I was really nervous when I started out, and if you end up watching the VOD or whatever, you can kind of hear that. But I do settle into it, and I had a really good time. Like if they invited me back at some point in the future, that would be sweet. I could really go for doing something like that again.
Yeah.
If you want to see a couple of pictures of it, they are on the Twitter. I retweeted them. There's a picture from inside the booth.
Yeah,
actually, I didn't post that.
No, it's not the booth. It's the one I remember is like you being photographed from behind the camera. So it's like cables and everything, and you guys are just like posing.
Yeah, like occasionally a man with a phone would appear and take a picture of us through the glass. So me and Robert were like, "Hey, man." But just as like a wee side note, as somebody who would, I guess this is probably only a thing in like the British education system, as somebody who would skip English class to avoid giving the solo talk, where you had to stand up in front of people and talk about something like the rest of the class, because I was too shit scared of like standing up in front of people and talking, to get to something like this is like, that's a huge point of growth for me, and I'm really proud of myself for that.
Yeah. So you should be.
Personal, real shit on the Rollback.
No, but considering that like for almost a year you have been announcing every single week, even just for us, like just being able to like stand here and just like make up some shit that you would say as we come in doing our wrestling intros, that in itself, even though it was just for like 4 people at the time, it's still like something you have not done yet. So it's you settling into that actually helps you get to doing this in front of an entire room.
Who knew the BGF would help me grow as a person?
I mean, that's kind of the idea. It's not just a fighting game team. It's more like it's a friend group. It's like how would you like? I would say that the BGF is like a bunch of guys pushing each other to be better at everything, not just fighting games. The fighting game is the connecting factor. So
yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, so it's
like we spoke about this before, but if you can see the difference between the announcements, hell, you can even watch the backyard install announcements and then compare them to the Reckoning. Like, it's night and day.
I do want to do this next year. Like once we get to the second /back, which is gonna be like in a year's time. I do want to get all the pay-per-view stuff when you're doing the announcement and just see the progression. Like see how much more you settle into it and how much more you just like. You project, you do all that other stuff. Like basically, you improve. That's kind of the point.
We need to get some better lighting.
I mean, yeah, like there's not much we can do with the projector.
Much we can do.
I mean, I could probably like get like maybe that light, the ring light that I have. I could probably get it onto you, but that would sort of like mess with the background. It could be sorted. I think we could do it, but I'm gonna
take some finagling.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to like figure out how to go with it. But yeah, I'll get there.
Yeah, SCL, excellent time. Love to do something like that again. Had way more fun than I thought I was gonna. Not that I thought I wasn't gonna have fun, but
yeah, I
was still surprised at how much I enjoyed myself doing it.
Yeah, it's a shame that it was just you and Senpuu there, because I was working. I think Kiss was also working, so we just couldn't make it. And yeah, at least you had I cannot ask for anything better than having a BGF member on the commentary desk wearing the BGF t-shirt which is like
Represent.
yeah, it's like we cannot get like because obviously we're like we're a small team, we're part of the local scene, but we're getting to the point where people start knowing us, which is very useful. Like just like being part of the local FGC, which is not like it's actually relatively big. I didn't realize that Scotland has such an active scene.
It's all hiding in the bigger cities, and it's hiding in Tekken.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. But it's just like, like when I was in Hungary, like I did not like know anything about like fighting game like locals or anything. And I was always like, even as a kid I was into fighting games. I didn't play them properly, but I liked them. So it was just, every time I was in the arcade or anything, I always played fighting games, but it wasn't like often. But there was no like local scene that I knew about.
Yeah.
And just having like Scotland like this, just like having a proper scene going on, and it's like Glasgow, Aberdeen, Edinburgh, even Fife, and then like the small subsection of Fife, which is us. That's just pretty good. I do enjoy it, and I think for every time we go to an event, we make new friends with people that we haven't met yet.
Yeah,
which is quite good.
It is nice that people are willing to tolerate our presence and hang about with us at events.
I suppose, yeah. That's probably because we're not dicks. That's probably helpful.
I suppose that does help.
Just like generally being friendly and like talking about games and stuff with people who are like-minded. Perfect. So, yeah. So SCL5, it was great. It was good to compete. It was great to have you on the top 8. So.
I don't know if the nameplate and the Twitter handle ever appeared on screen though. It was supposed to.
It has, yeah. In
Nice.
the very beginning when it was when you guys said hi, it was Robert and it was you, and under you it said BGF_FGC. So I guess some people might have seen us on Twitter after that. I don't know. I've not seen. The one thing I would say is that I've seen that recently the rollback videos are getting more views.
I noticed that as well.
So that means that just
hi new viewers.
yeah, it's like just people knowing us, just us showing up on all these tournaments and stuff. I think that was enough for some people who have met us to just like check out what we're doing, which is quite nice.
Hopefully that extra viewership withstands, remains.
Hopefully we can stay entertaining.
Hang around, lads. There's plenty of stupid jokes to come.
Oh yes. So yeah, like we mentioned before, like this gauntlet is an experiment because we have never actually done this with 6 people. So the rules are the same, but having more people could create these unique scenarios more often. So yeah, so you know the rules if you have watched us before. If you don't, here they come. So
it should be on the screen about now.
I mean, it's gonna come up at some point. So, right. So everybody faces the champ. So the champ tries to defend the title. Everybody who defeats the champ goes on to the next round to fight off for the belt. And then at the end, the 2 worst performing players fight off for the spoon. Now, since we have so many people, if multiple people defeat the champion, it has to go to either a face-off, a round robin, or a bracket. And you're going to see what happens, but a face-off has happened numerous times because we only had 3 people. 3 people facing the champion. But now that we have 6, those other scenarios are more likely to happen.
Way more likely.
So yeah, that's, and also just like the sheer number of matches based on the amount of people we have, or just higher. So it's just gonna be a long gauntlet. So buckle up.
Right, yeah, fuck it. Play the theme music. Forgot what I was going to say next. Fuck it. Let's rock.
Let's rock.
Ladies and gentlemen, your first challenger from the depths of your heart, wherever you are. His patience is stored in the balls. It's the cock.
I almost forgot that line. So, yeah. We get the layoff. As the first thing.
Get out of the way nice and early. As if people who are watching haven't seen this enough.
No, it's like Case of Chaos has not been bottom bitch for a long time, so
that is very true.
So recently it's been passed between me and Senpuu more than anything. And
Aye, immune to the spoon. As I have not been here.
yes.
Although, had I opted to not be here, pretty sure I would have got spooned.
Yeah.
Employment-related responsibilities.
Yeah, as long as you have a receipt of you being, you know, of the reason you're being away, you have like, you know, you have permission to leave if you have like, you know, obligation.
I have a shit ton of receipts. The company owes me 287 quid in fucking expenses.
Nice.
It's brutal.
Right, so
Damn it, this was bothering me during the gauntlet. Like, Johnny, you have better moves to wall break with than back turn K. For just a little bit more damage. What are you doing, lad?
he just likes to like tilt the opponent.
He just likes the cheeky little
I really hate it when that's the wall splat because it just feels like, you know, you get like a big fuck off hit before that, and then you just don't get the wall splat, and then he just OTGs you with that kick, and then you splat, and it's just like it's so not satisfying to get wall splat by that.
It's not meaty enough. This is bullshit.
Yeah, there's no weight. It's just a jab with a heel. Oh, that command grab, I don't think that was on purpose.
Several weeks ago, we called that the cock special, and Senpuu was like, "What do you mean it's the cock special? I showed it to him."
Yeah, it's like, I do this all the time. Also, that is the cock special.
That's the cock special. This week, I think at some point during the gauntlet, be it the hit lists or the actual gauntlet, it was done, and Senpuu called it the cock special. So clearly, Johnny has now claimed this bit of tech as his own. There we go.
Yeah,
nice bit of cock special for you.
No, I called it the cock special because yeah, he just started overusing it, and then Senpuu was just like, oh yeah, but I showed it to him, so you know, just like, why is it the cock special? And then just gave in. But what I meant is the one that's definitely a cock special is moves coming out the wrong way. Because that has happened last week, and it happened just now. Like, he shot the projectile the wrong way just because he managed to get the cross up in that one frame when it happened.
We're now taking bets on if it'll happen next week or not.
Yeah, tell us in the comments. So,
I bet your cult dollars.
and it's just gonna be like, you know, the two comments we might get, or two might be generous, and it's just like, no.
Gambling is a sin. Oh.
Oh yeah, we do have a sin today. Oh yeah, of course. Like, Sin has released. Like, I don't want to like take away from the game because what is happening is quite intense. But yeah, Sin has dropped since last rollback, and we knew that Maku was going to be like super hot on that. So we also thought that Case of Chaos might pick up Sin, but he was clearly not comfortable enough to bring him just yet.
I mean, I'm glad they didn't bring us in. Not that I'm like, oh, I don't want Case of Chaos to switch to Sin, per se, but his Leo's gotten so much stronger over the past couple of months that it would be a shame for him to just put him down.
Yeah.
Like, Case of Chaos stalled out on his improvement for quite a while, and then just recently he's just been on the up and up.
Yeah, it's just like I said to him many times, he just needed to sort his mental, because his skill, like, his knowledge was there. But he was just so easily tilted that it was just so easy to beat him.
I think that probably is the big difference, because excluding some casual games at the weekend, I haven't seen him tilted in quite a while. Not truly tilted.
Yeah. Yes. I remember laughing at this because it's literally just like the classic Leo matchup is like who gets the DP first.
There will be stars.
And if they're both DPing, who gets the DP last?
I suppose we should talk about the game. This is one of those classic Reinart Weirdling. See, this double power is sick. Reinart Weirdling commentaries where we don't acknowledge the game at all and just talk shit for like an hour.
I mean, when it comes to me and you, that tends to be like slightly more game focused because you have more discipline, just like focusing on the game. But when it comes to me and Case of Chaos, it's always a podcast.
It's just a podcast.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Don't know if that was just panic or what.
I mean, most DPs are panicked. That was a fuck DP.
That was lucky that it was a fuck DP, even though he did eat it.
Oh, Because Leo's guts and Leo's super are just like
High and low.
high and low.
respectively.
Yes, that's a perfect as well.
God damn. Yeah, just to put some data and numbers on that, Leo has 4 guts, which is second highest value you can have.
Oh, he's like a kettle,
It's like a what?
like a cattle. They all
4 stomachs.
well, yeah.
And I think multi-hit super combo thing, I don't know what it's fucking called, does about 100 damage?
No, it's like I said, like, because Senpuu always bitches about how that's a really bad super, and I'm like, yeah, like, you don't get your damage from your supers, you get your damage from your normals. So all that is for is to break the wall, and you get the positive bonus.
I was thinking about this the other day. I think I watched Senpuu play an online match, and he hit like the full back turn combo without super. I put it to the wall, and it really wasn't that much damage in comparison to the rest of the cast. And I was like, huh, maybe we should buff Leo's damage, but I thought about it. And Leo's damage doesn't come from, I hit you with a big dick combo now. It's the mix.
Yeah.
So like, if they did increase Leo's damage, oh boy. Like, he's probably one of the characters that needs more combos to kill you than most of the cast does, but the mix. And it's a loopable win condition as well.
Well, I remember this particular game because so this game that is happening right now is the most. I think it is the most intense game of the gauntlet because at least at the time it felt like it because the amount of like willingness to win is mental. It's just like some of the footsies, especially near the end, it's just gonna be great.
Just the sheer force of will.
Yeah, it's just oh, there we go, perfect. And it's not even the end of it. So yeah, I think this round in particular is just brilliant. I was like on the edge of my seat the whole way through. That's one way to avoid a parry.
Not quite sure what the plan was with that dust. I think he anticipated Senpuu dashing in,
Probably.
as he is known to do so.
Oh, cancel the back turn.
Once we told Case of Chaos that cancelling back turn is approximately +1, he started using it a lot more. Like, I think he realised that was maybe one of the gaps between his gameplay and Senpuu's gameplay, was that Senpuu does the back turn cancel, but Case of Chaos doesn't. He's medding it in. The catch with the headbutt was sick.
Oh! There we go. RC. Running through and then DP. Yeah, when I saw this, I was like, I have no idea who's going to win.
Yeah, like, there's no highlight reel this week. I'm sure we'll get back to doing that once we've sorted out the new formula for year 2. But that would have been in the highlights for sure.
I mean, this whole round, this whole game was like highlight worthy, at least in my eyes. So it's down to game 5, which is, you know, it's good, because if it's down to game 5, it means it's super balanced. But then again, you know, for Senpuu, it's not that great because he needs to like endure another 4 players coming at him.
So we got to learn a thing this week. Normally, I do the rollback announcements, announce everyone coming in for the ring intros. But with me being gone for the past 2 weeks, Senpuu decided that he wanted to get some practice at doing it, so that next time I'm not here, you can just take on the mantle. And even though you're just talking into that microphone, it kind of takes up a bunch of energy.
It's not just that, but the fact that like he told me that for days he was just like prepping the script and everything. I was like, holy shit, that's way more effort than I ever put into it.
It's about as much effort as I used to put into it, but after doing it for so long,
yeah, it's
I didn't need to do it anymore.
Yeah, it's front loaded. You just need to like figure out the stuff, and then you just like the rest just comes.
Like, I gave sort of templates for what I normally say, but he didn't just want to use what I say, so he sat and wrote some of his own stuff.
Oh, nice tip. That's the Senpuu special, just throwing out the projectile and purple are seeing and just pressuring you to death.
You're right, that actually is the Senpuu special. That is his signature fucking move.
Because Case of Chaos never does that. So that's clearly like, if I didn't know who was who, if they used like completely different colors with no indication of who they were, I could tell which one's which, just based on playing. Well, that's Case of Chaos through.
Yeah, just like that. Keisuke defeats Senpuu in the first match of the gauntlet. So he is already through.
Yeah, so Keisuke is coming from the bottom bitch, and he cannot be bottom bitch anymore because he beat the champion, which is nice.
The man simply refuses to take the spoon again.
He was like, this spoon is not mine. Although it was like game 5 and it was down to a pube. It's very nice to see that, you know, that he could take on the champ. Although usually, like, when it comes to the first game against Senpuu, it tends to be a loss. Every time he's champ, he loses the first game, and then when he wakes up, he starts beating people again.
Yeah.
So it's good to be bottom bitch against Senpuu champion.
I've often found that when I'm champion, if I play Senpuu first, I'm almost guaranteed to lose.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do fine for the rest of the matches.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So yeah, that's Keisuke through, and I don't want to waste too much time because we speak over the matches anyway. So this is a newcomer coming up next, because Senpuu decided that he's gonna go with the reverse order, but since we have new additions like yourself, and we had Cykamancer coming up, he decided that he's just going to like paste you in between like the regular matches.
I think it was a pretty elegant way of doing it overall.
Yeah, it worked. So yeah, so we have our newest edition coming up right now. Let's rock. And now the newest edition of the BGF, rocking the mustache like no other, unable to settle on a main, and the master of toilet jokes, it's Cykamancer! Yeah, actually that was a pretty decent intro, I think.
I was gonna say, if I was doing it, I was gonna say something about the character crisis of the BGF.
Yeah. So he played Potemkin, and that's how he faced all of us in the hit list.
I wanted my goddamn pot mirror.
Yourself included. And then he said that he was going to change to Nago because Nago feels better. And after this gauntlet, he messaged all of us that he's going to change to Faust. So next week we might see some Faust action from him. So eventually we're going to see a consistent pick.
Faust is rough, but I'd much rather play against the Faust than let Cykamancer figure out Nago properly and then have to deal with that every week.
Well, I already have my Nemesis as a Faust, so I'm happy to play against Faust.
I really need to pick up a May player so I can get practice.
Well, I just play against bad rules.
He's my Nemesis, he's the one I need to defeat.
He actually plays with us fairly recently, so...
Stop my internet.
Oh yeah.
My internet.
You're gonna get this soon, and then you can play with bad rules. So... yeah. Obviously this is an Nago that he's been using for a couple of days, I think. It was like a day or two before the gauntlet where he said that, oh yeah, I'm gonna play Nago, guys. And everyone was just like, okay.
Boo, yes.
I mean, I don't mind because all my clips, all my robberies are against Nagos for some reason. So I'm just like, I either get blown up by Nago or I really, really destroy them. There's no in between. Same with Gold Lewis. Well, Senpuu is applying pressure like no other. There we go.
I think there's a definite air of unfamiliarity in these matches, given that, well, Cykamancer has only recently started playing Nago, and Senpuu took a long break from playing online. He's kind of come back to it recently, especially getting Celestial this month, but I don't think he ends up fighting that many Nagos, so I'm not entirely sure he's got the matchup down in his head, like how he's supposed to conduct himself, what the Nago can do, where his punishable gaps are, and that sort of thing.
I mean, the general moveset of Nago hasn't really changed. It's more just like he has more like cancel options now. Oh, very nice. Just
sick chase thing.
Just suppressing him when he's in Blood Rage. You don't want to get hit when you're, when Nago's in Blood Rage. All you want to do is just not let them do anything. And Senpu's doing just that.
All I want to do when they're in Blood Rage is Buster them, because their health goes down during the entire Buster animation.
Oh yeah, like that's why I noticed that I really don't want to do the Tenchi Gem because it has a freeze frame. and the whole way, if it hits the whole way through, the health doesn't go down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I need to tether and just pressure.
Like, if you see a Nagu pop, it's pretty much just hit him with the longest combo you can.
Pretty much, yeah. And make sure you don't leave a gap so you cannot take the super in. Because then you're absolutely dead. Okay, looks like Cykamancer is getting that.
Managed to make the adaptations he needs.
Yeah, I'm actually like whenever I'm playing against the Nagu, I'm trying to bait that the 2H. Because if I can get that out before I dash in, that's my opening.
Despite as rough this matchup is for Potemkin, that's kind of one of the fun things about playing Potemkin in this match. The way to bait 2H is to do nothing. Because they think you're going to Mega Fist.
Yeah.
So they're just going to throw it out, and then you're like, haha, slide out. And then you get to go up on them.
Nice.
And Nago, despite, again, like, the matchup's really good for Nago, but he's not very good at dealing with Garuda pressure.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh, the shockwave destroyed the projectile, and then the projectile doesn't get there!
If we had highlights, this would be one of them.
Yeah.
Because it's like, not only the Blood Rage destroyed a jumping in Leo and the projectile at the same time, it destroyed the second projectile with the super and also killed Leo. It was brilliant.
I guess that super is basically active the moment the super flash ends, because I really thought that projectile was just going to stuff him.
No, like if you see the super flash, it's basically like Slayer's super.
I don't know what super that is, brother.
Well, Slayer kind of flies across the screen, and it's in the super flash. So if you're not actively blocking when it's happening, you're hit. I mean, it depends on the distance, but yeah, if you're like full screen away, you can block it because it takes some travel time. But like up until half screen, you're getting hit instantly. Oh, very nice. Just blocking the cross up.
Well, sitting here watching these games is filling up my burn to fight meter.
Hey, that's the Glasgow scene. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Again, defeating the projectile with a super.
I mean, if it works. I also noticed that Cykamancer is clearly a pod player. Like, you can tell that he's a pod player because he's using all the pod bullshit. Like, he's using jump. Is it jump heavy? I think it was jump heavy. Like, I don't see Nagos jump in and do heavy slash and just like stab you down. But that's clearly the after sort of like the need for Mega Fist.
Funnily enough, I see Nagos do it all the time because it's really effective against Potemkin.
Oh, is it? Okay, maybe against Potemkin. But I don't really do it against myself. Or if they do, they get parry, so they stop doing it really soon.
I think most of, if not all of Nago's air normals will stuff a Mega Fist, and if they catch you slide heading, they're covering it so long that they can get their super jump into jump heavy and just poke you before you recover.
Oh yeah, the one thing I would say is that what Cykamancer is really good at, and that's something that I when I was watching these matches, like when I was recording the goal net, I have watched him deal with the blood, and most of the time he's really on top of it. Like you can see that just about like when he's about to pop, he just does like a command grab and then he's fine. But obviously when he gets pressured too much, he just gets into blood rage. But even when he does, that usually turns into his favor, which is weird. That's like top-notch Nago shit, even though he just picked up the carry.
Yeah, like that's why he isn't doing the follow-up to the what it was called.
Shizoriki.
Yeah, like has the 2 hits, but he's not been doing the second hit over these
Yeah,
matches.
because when he was playing me, I was like, I can see that you're not using the follow-up for that. Why? And he was just like, oh, I just don't want to burn blood. And I was like, oh, okay.
So like all he's missing from like the blood control is the finer points. Like if you do get the command grab, you basically get 2 or 3 specials for completely free while the bar's going down.
Oh, no.
Like it goes down so fast that even doing 2 or 3 specials during sort of the blood recovery won't cause it to start going back up again.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. But then again, I don't play Nago.
I'm just full of tech, brother.
I told you that you're the brain player here.
I consume that tech. I don't even know why I know that tech. It doesn't help in the Nago matchup for me or anything. Unfortunately, yellow doesn't quite reach because Senpuu does not capitalize there.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, nice.
That is something that almost never works. But there we go. Cykamancer is just like, it's kind of like Maku. It's just like pulling all these like wicked sick stuff that we never had in the BGF, and these new bloods just bring in some new tech and we need to adapt, which is good.
It's like, hey, I've been playing fighting games for a decade, check this shit out.
Yeah, I mean that's the one thing going for them, because they have actually been like playing fighting games like properly for a long time, whereas we have only done it for Strife, like for real.
Yeah, like I think they're both 09ers. Like came in and, well, Cykamancer said that like his first fighting game was Street Fighter 2, but that's a lot of people's first fighting game when they're like a child.
Well, it wasn't mine.
Well, no, not yours. But, like that was technically my first fighting game,
Okay.
but I was like 4,
Right.
you know. But I think they sort of started doing more serious fighting game stuff and got openings for Street Fighter 4. So yeah, they've got about a decade of experience behind them.
Yeah, it's like that's not what we have.
I mean, we're branching out now. Although
Yeah, we're getting that. Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to practice all these other fighting games working a full-time job now.
Well, I'm doing the same. So. And also, I used to have to do the videos as well as all the other fighting games. So it's doable. Oh, something done. YRC. Oh wait, doesn't care. He just DPs. Yeah, that's the Potemkin stuff I'm talking about. If someone lands in your face, you grab straight away.
Like, watching back a lot of these throws happening, I thought on Monday night as well, I feel like Nago's throw does more damage than most regular throws do.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
Like,
I'm not sure if it does more than Potemkin.
I don't like have any numbers to back up, but just the amount of damage that gets chunked out whenever you throw somebody, I'm like, that seems like way more.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you might be right, because I have the same sort of like gut feeling, but I cannot verify it.
I do think it is more than Potemkin's, like not a massive amount. Obviously not Buster notwithstanding.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, like I think the damage on Potemkin's is reduced a little bit because of the good Loki situation he gets.
okay. Oh, that was a good jab. I'm surprised the Senpuu didn't wait for him to roll all the way to the corner to do the super. But
Maybe he's just concerned about the super hit no TG or not hitting because he waited too long.
yeah. I mean, I can clearly tell that, you know, this being game 5, he's a bit like concerned. He doesn't want to lose to. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Even though like Nago has like a ridiculous guts.
Like I think that was the throw that really got me. There's one throw that happens in this match somewhere that was like, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, I think Senpu's really like doesn't want to lose to the new guy.
Yeah, I suppose.
Of course, like there's no shame in losing somebody who's experienced at fighting games in general, like Cykamancer, but you still don't want to lose to the new guy.
Yeah. Oh, the amount of yellow RCs is just crazy. I never use yellow RC because obviously I'm a fairy, so why the fuck would I use a yellow RC? Although sometimes I do.
Senpu's catching me. Like I think I'm the VGF member that uses yellow RC the most, but
Yeah, but
it's my only option. Senpu's catch me up in that.
Yeah.
He's been really developing some blue RC tech for himself though.
Well, that's Cykamancer taking the game, which means that he's also through. So far it's been like 2 people through, beating the champion.
Senpu fighting tooth and nail, taking it to game 5 both times, but just happening to lose out.
This is it. Like these games are so close, and Senpu not only has to like deal with like just one of us, he needs to deal with every single one of us, because you know, like when it's the gauntlet, it's the Iron Man. You need to. It's the anime rule. You need to beat everybody, otherwise, you know, you know, if someone beats you, they're better than you. So, so it's like, yeah. So to me, it's just like, I just blanked. Yeah. So you know, okay, right. Rearranging my brain cells. Okay, got it. Right. So what I was trying to say is that fighting 5 people in a row is really taxing. And it's not just like you can just like get your focus on one game and just win it. You actually need to like constantly be on top, which is not easy. So I really don't envy Senpuu in this situation.
I mean, once I'm defeated when I'm the champion, my focus completely switches from don't lose to beat someone, anyone.
Yeah, just don't get the spoon.
Just don't get the spoon because everybody beat you.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the newest addition we had. Cykamancer. So in terms of the reverse order, I was the second worst last week. So I suppose we're going to see me against Senpuu. Let's rock.
Again, I almost said coming after these messages. God damn it!
No, we're not doing that.
We don't have enough group memes to do this.
Yeah.
Your next challenger this evening. He is the educator of the BGF, the Prince of Parry, weighing in at 6 strike invulnerable frames. It's Weirdling! God, this intro's so long that I must fit all that in and it's still not done. God
yeah,
damn it.
it's double the length of everybody else's because, you know, Viking privilege, I guess.
They're not even Daisuke's favourite, are they?
No, but like, okay, so Viking is everyone's favorite in terms of the fandom. So, you know, Daisuke, you know, he can just go with Soul.
Double the budget, double money. Yeah, and then double the Viking.
This is the first time in my life when I prefer the fan favorite character because I normally like the French character. But yeah, Viking is just too fucking cool.
That's pretty much it. This Viking is just cool.
Yeah.
So everyone's down for Viking.
Yeah, it's like having the disabled characters with the massive jugs.
I'm sure the massive jugs help with popularity somewhat.
I mean, I guess. Although I've seen a poll on Reddit, like, why do you like Viking? It was just like, you know, like boobs or badass or both. And most people prefer her because she's a badass, not because of the tits. Although the tits were quite, yeah.
It was close.
It was close, but most people went for the badass, and more people went for both than just for the boob.
There's hope for the internet yet.
Yes. So yeah, so when I came into this match, I was playing Tekken for a couple of days already, because the week before we were talking about Tekken with Maku, and he said that I should be playing Asuka, and I was like, you're not the first person to say that. So I started playing Tekken, which taught me to be more patient, which is really useful to me in Gear to Gear. So actually, like, me playing Tekken is improving my Gear to Gear. So that's why I'm focusing on Tekken right now.
God, I've really got to get on the Tekken train.
Yeah. So if you see me being a bit more like defensive, that's because I've been playing Tekken. And having said that, Senpuu just completely wrecked my ass.
Nice defense, bro.
No, I needed to readjust a bit because, you know, I got used to like pressing like directional buttons and not really inputs. Oh, there's a parry. There we go. Yeah, I'm just throwing out the pokes. Still not very good at stopping the run through. Trying to bait that parry. Yeah, that's truly the Senpuu special for a projectile and purple RC.
Like, if he has 50 meter, there's a 50% chance that the Senpuu special is coming at you. It just kind of depends where he is on screen, I guess.
I don't know where I'm from that. Every time I do this jump back for the tether to pull me back and do any button, it's gonna get DP'd. But I just do it anyway.
Like, I guess it works in most matchups, but it doesn't work in the best matchup.
It doesn't work with anyone who has a DP, pretty much. Unless I can bait it and not press a button, but it's difficult because I guess the player kind of expects that it's going to happen, but I managed to jab the rope through this.
Yeah, I suppose if you don't press the button and they don't DP, they probably get their turn.
Yeah, that's why I kind of have to press a button, but with DPs it's so annoying because you can just press it whenever.
Yeah. As long as it was enough that your one frame comes out before you get hit by the hitbox.
Yep.
It's good enough.
And as the Senpuu special, just getting me into a wall break.
That's something that for no reason apparently I've become increasingly worse at blocking. Is that move, the jump and slash. I'll block the first hit and then crouch the second hit. And I think it's because most characters don't have 2 hits.
Yeah.
So I'm used to just block standing and then crouch.
Yeah.
Even though that's worse for your block stun frames just a little, more often than not when somebody hits the ground you're gonna press a low.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Maybe that's a matchup thing and I'm just too monkey brain about it.
So far it's not looking good for me, but I'm more than happy to do the reverse Rio.
Dump the curse on someone else this week.
Yes, I never do reverse Rio, so here we go. One thing I noticed is that the one thing I struggled with is after the RC, the IAD tatami to BMB. That is something that I struggle with because I always mess up the input on the IAD tatami. So this week, I don't think I dropped it at all, at least I can't remember, but if I did then it had only been a couple of times, so there was no like game changing drops.
I cannot remember the last time you dropped that against me.
Oh, I drop it all the time.
Maybe I'm just like, you're blending in with online Vikings, because everybody does it. So I'm just so used to it just happening.
Yeah. Also I'm playing Caller once, so I'm not even like special in that regard.
Regular old Viking.
Yeah, that's how I'd always like to customize my shit, but when it comes to biking, I just think that the design is just so good that I don't feel the need to do it. There we go, that's me blocking the DP finally.
It's Senpuu. He's gonna DP.
Yeah, but
just block.
Normally I backdash before he does this, so I definitely get hit by it. But not this time. I was patient. This is like that's Tekken for you over there. that's me learning from Tekken to be patient in a game that rewards you for being aggressive.
Unironically, recently I've been thinking that I need to become more Unga Bunga. Because lately, I've been anticipating the DP way too much and being like too defensive.
Yeah. And
people are just getting out of like the open situation because they just backdash or whatever, and I did nothing.
I also think that you use Garuda a bit too much.
Oh, probably.
Because I've been messed up by Temkins online that don't do that all the time because I expect the Garuda, and then they just come up to me in close slash, and I'm like, oh shit.
Like, I think I'm just bad at timing the close slash, to be honest. Since it's got less active frames than every other close slash in the game, it's harder to tag people with it. But if I think it's going to be backdash, I do the close slash. It's just a range thing, because if you get the knockdown from far away, you can't do close slash. It's not possible to do close slash. But if you're close, you can. But you can always sort of like hammer fall up, stop short, and do Garuda. Especially now that I've been learning how to carry Garuda more consistently.
Again, Senpuu sending the projectile and purple FC. It happens like once every round almost. Oh, I made a mistake. Oh, I shouldn't have dashed. If I didn't dash, it would have worked. Oh! That was me being patient. Thanks, Tekken. I'm going to attribute everything to Tekken now.
I feel like that's something that Senpuu's been doing a lot lately as well. Much like I've not been pressing anything on DP characters. He kind of just like shuffles up to you and then hits the parry button. But half the time, like people don't press because you can't press on a properly timed back turn K anyway. So it results in situations like that where he just gets blown up during the recovery after the parry.
Oh, that was
just short.
Just a bit too far. Okay, that could be great. Just wanted to make sure that it does.
You're gonna get the meter back anyway, so.
Yeah. So that was what you have seen there. I was like, okay, I know that he's going to like blue RC and come and grab me. So if I press dust in the air, that will negate every attempt to grab me. So I was just like, all I need to do is jump and dust.
Yeah, the 2 weeks I was gone, like, something happened. Senpuu started doing a bunch of blue RC shit. I think during the hit list you started doing air throws.
I started doing air throws because Maku was like messing me up, and then when we went to Burn Glasgow,
People were doing air throws.
it's like the final between Citizen and Gibby. When I saw the air throw tech, I was like, okay, we need to fucking learn this, because there's clearly something that we're not doing.
That was something. I think the rollback. There was a rollback where you mentioned like you don't think you'll see like air throw techs coming out of us anytime soon.
And then the next goal that happened.
Hell, a couple of days later, Senpuu and I were just playing offline for a bit, and the air techs were happening.
Nice.
And we were like, oh yeah, Jumper said this wouldn't happen, and here we are, teching each other's air throws.
No, it's like it actually happened on the next gauntlet between Senpuu and Maku. And I was like, okay, it can happen.
Senpuu has been going for air throw a bunch recently.
Yeah, and so have I, so it does happen sometimes. That was, by the way, that was a sick confirm. It was a punch to gun.
Punch to gun. Truly a master of all fighting styles. Punch, sword, and gun.
Oh yes. So that's me through as well. So far, the 3 challenges that we had all go through, which means that this is going to be at least a round robin.
It's been a bad night for Senpuu so far.
It has been.
Like,
so
he's fighting really well. It's just not managing to close it out.
But that's the thing, like it's all game 5 and it's all down to the absolute fucking wire. So it comes down to like one combo that he either drops or like, you know, like, or one whip punish that goes the wrong way. So it's literally, it could go either way. But so far it has been unlucky for him. So yeah, so we still have 2 more people, so it's not completely like, it's not a lost cause. But then again, we're going in reverse order, and Maku's been the second place, and since he's pasting people in, like you're the other person that needs to be pasted in, so you're up next right after me.
It's time for my glorious return to the BGF.
It's time for Reinart to make a, well, it's not a debut, it's more like a return after a hiatus. So yeah, let's waste no time, let's get into it.
Contact.
Is it the window? Is it the door? No! It's the returning player of the BGF, brother. I don't know why I said player there. Well, it's true though, you are a player. After 2 weeks of missing us and us missing him, Reinart has returned to claim the belt once more, I guess. Yeah, I mean,
bringing Buster to the masses.
Why else would you be participating in this if not for the belt? Let's see how you fare against Senpuu.
I didn't have any thoughts going into the match this week because with my, well, being away for 2 weeks and my internet not really functioning since the start of November, I'm just burning a fight, dudes. I just want to battle.
This is what happens when you play fighting games and you just cannot fucking do it for a couple of weeks.
It's been awful. I've been sat in the house. It's like the Pablo Escobar meme where he's just like sitting sad, standing in the swimming pool, looking out sad. I've got all these video games I could play, but I just want to fight dudes, man.
Yeah, that's what happened to me last year when I went to Hungary and I couldn't play Strive, so I was just like watching Strive videos and all that stuff. And I was just like, I think it, like, yeah, Jailer at that point was playing ladder as well, and I was just like, okay, you're playing ladder, fucking stream it to me, please. I want to see it.
Oh yeah, because he lives in a different region of Hungary, right?
Yeah,
so it's not like you just pop over and play something.
Yeah, I was in Fucknose there, and he was in Budapest, sure. So, yeah.
And my desire to fight across the week have been so high that I've temporarily been dubbed Intense Reinart. So I'm speaking in all caps with my desire to fight.
This is why I changed your name. Well, I didn't change your name. I just put it into all caps.
I noticed that shortly after I thought about doing that myself. Right, so that combo is suboptimal, but the reason I did that there was to make it burst safe.
Okay.
You can still burst the Heat Knuckle, but by going straight for 2H out of the Roman Cancel instead of doing the 5D 2S, I can only be burst on the Heat Knuckle,
Right.
rather than dropping down and having 3 hits worth of time.
Oh,
Run start.
Buster, run start. No.
It works sometimes.
Yeah. Usually no against me because I tend to jump.
I think
Although like round start Heat Knuckle usually gets me, so I guess there's something there.
the Viking matchup is one that you kind of can't risk doing the round start buster unless you're absolutely sick with it. Because if they choose to Fire Slash, it's going to lose unless you're free perfect.
Okay.
And Fire Slash is by far the most common Viking round start.
I mean, I like to not do it because I get 6 feet all the fucking time. Because people just know that that's my best button, so they're just gonna fucking 6 feet on round start.
It's a bit like the last time we played a Strive tournament at the BLF and Rest Like Roses was there. I could hear them mashing Fire Slash during the intro.
I mean, sometimes I just went for the Fire Slash myself just so we can trade. But then I was just like, nah, I'm either gonna 6P or parry.
Like, I know he's going to do it, so just do something that beats it.
Yeah. Also, he I don't think he parried me once. And I was like, I was almost offended. I was like, why would you play Viking if you're not gonna parry? Like, that's literally 25% of your kit.
They just want Redonkul's blocking pressure.
I guess. Well, you can do that with Angie as well. But then again, he has a parry as well.
It's the wall, brother.
Oh, and you actually hit that Megafist.
I've not hit people out of the wall for so long that I did not expect Megafist to actually connect. Hence why the 2D came out. I'm getting a lot of Karagudas going on in this match. That's good.
I can't believe you whiffed the Heat Knuckle and then you just went to the... Was it 2D?
It's 2K.
2K.
So like, 2K is a decent button for Temkin. I think it's 10 frames. But a lot of the time, if you whiff a Heat Knuckle, it takes a bit of time for the opponent to process. Oh, they whiffed Heat Knuckle, and then they press something, but I've already pressed my button, so they end up getting hit.
Yeah. It's also low.
It is also a low.
Oh. The amount of times I eat this particular thing, I can feel the pain. Oh, he didn't jump.
He did jump. I really thought he was going to. So like 6P Heat Knuckle is actually a habit I need to work myself out of. There's a lot better things you can do in that situation.
Yeah, like fucking 5 jabs to Heat Knuckle.
No, it's more that because Heat Knuckle gives such terrible Oki, and then you've got to spend your time getting all the way back in again, you're much better off either, unless you want the damage, just letting the 6P rock.
What in the fuck?
I know, right? I didn't think that Megafist had connected when I did it. I was like, I've missed. And then...
I think it's because he probably pressed the button that extended him like just there.
Probably.
Or maybe it was just the recovery frames from the projectile, but either way it was bullshit.
Like he might have also thought that I'd missed and thus like started to press.
Yeah.
Get these Karagudas in here. Oh, damn it. But yeah, because the Heat Knuckle's terrible, okay, you're either better off just letting the counter hit 6P rock to drop them right in front of you, or you can go 6P into Groot Impact.
Oh yeah, you can either do Megafist as well. And you get like 2 Megafists.
2 Megafists for damage, or 1 Megafist, Hammerfall Break for OP.
Okay.
I got the knowledge, I'm not so great at
Just not the muscle memory.
No.
Yeah, I have the same issue with Tekken at the moment, so I know what it's like.
I've been trying to do much more advanced stuff during Rollback for the past couple of weeks, and more often than not I'm kind of getting blown up for it, as I don't have like the muscle memory or the proper practice to truly implement it consistently, but it's good that I'm going for it.
Yeah.
Going for it in online matches too. Like I finally made it back to the top 100 champions on PlayStation, and then I didn't play for several days because I couldn't, and promptly lost it.
Well, it's nice to be in the top 100, I guess.
The thing that got most about it is it was nice to be back to kind of close to my season 1 rating,
Okay.
which really shows like I've gotten a lot better. Because like, well, Potemkin's a lot worse in this patch than he was in season 1. So to get to almost where I was rated when Potemkin was a much stronger character, that's what he is now, is like a 3% improvement to the sort of thing.
Well, we'll see how they're going to fix that.
I can only hope.
I mean, I think ban pitches in terms of stride were pretty okay. I mean, not for Potemkin this time, but before this it was alright.
Like, I didn't think the season 2 patch was very good, but not even because of what happened with Potemkin. I just feel like the game became less balanced as a result. Like the gap between the top tiers and the tiers became bigger. Like last season, that you had the top 5 and stuff, but they were all sort of in the same tier. But this season, Nago and Half Chaos are like a tier above it, sort of thing.
Oh, it looks like Senpuu's losing his juice.
Man's running out of gas.
Yeah, it's like you are the 4th opponent, so gauntlets usually have less than this when it comes to like fighting the champion. So I think also it's just not fighting you for 2 weeks. I think that also plays into this. Or has he fought you outside of the gauntlet? I don't know.
He has a little bit,
Okay.
but not a huge amount. And it helps that the one time he chooses to DP, I chose to Buster. I think he was consciously like not DPing, being aware of that I've been getting better at timing the Buster to just snatch DPs.
Right.
I played Case Chaos on Saturday and he didn't get to DP me like once.
Nice.
Snatched him out of it every single time.
Nice.
Which is pretty good considering I normally go hoo through and then I get DP'd, so
Yeah. No, it's like obviously I'm always happy to see everybody improve, but you know, to me one of the things was that, you know, like I started the BGF as like, you know, the top dog. Like I was the most I played a lot online before I started playing you guys. And also you didn't know the Anji matchup, so to me it was just like, yeah, I'm going to show you
matchup.
I'm going to show you how this game is played. Like basically, like every fucking time we played, I was telling you how to counter me. That was my whole thing. That I was telling you how to play against me. And
except for that first week, where I could smell the parry every time. And it was like every time it was parry, it was Buster, just incidentally.
yeah, and then. Like recently, for the past couple of weeks, I have reached a point where it was a plateau, and I was like, okay, so clearly I need to improve in a way that this game is not like, if I'm just playing this game, it's not going to happen. So that's why if you choose to play a different fighting game at that point, it sometimes helps, and it was really good to just get into Tekken, because that was giving me because the game plays like completely differently. So I was not punished for being passive, and just being more patient and just like doing more defensive shit was doing wonders to my first my execution was better, because I've been pressing buttons that I've been not pressing when I play Guilty Gear, so it's like my hand movements were slightly different. And also it's just like the timing of stuff. So basically what happened is that I became more patient, and I could focus more on like higher execution stuff, because my fingers were a bit more like oiled, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's why like my point was that I kind of dropped down, and I was like bottom 2 like every week, and this week I managed to beat the champion. I was just like, yay, okay, I'm part of the I'm going to be part of the round robin or whatever comes up. So
at this point, with 4 players through it, is now a bracket.
oh yeah, of course, yeah, it's a bracket now. So yeah, so it's like, yeah, so out of 5 challengers, 4 of them have gone through. So there's only one left. The second place of last week is gonna be Maku bringing his new character. Let's fucking see it.
It's time for the meat man.
Oh yeah.
Let's rock. Like father, like son. He doesn't lose, he just gets jobbed. I forgot what I was gonna say. It's Maku.
Nice.
I almost got there. I swear I had something thought out, but here we are. I've still not standardized his ring intro yet.
Yeah, like it takes a couple of weeks. So, yeah, like him bringing Sin, like this was one of my main problems. I was like, if I ever need to face him, I'm going to struggle because I don't know the matchup. Because ever since Sin dropped, I have not really been playing the game. I've only been playing Tekken.
Oh man, so like I played on Wednesday last week or something. I was hanging with Senpuu, and no, not Wednesday. Whatever. Sin had dropped the day before or that day or something.
Okay.
No, Saturday. My bad. So Sin had been out for a couple of days, and I was doing alright against these Sins. And then I played some yesterday at Senpuu's after doing some stuff. And the difference between the Sins from Saturday to yesterday was significant, and it's a lot harder now.
Yeah, because Sin is like a really under character. Like he's a lot like Anji, but it feels like he has more freedom.
Yeah, just I'm still not even sure at this point like what has follow-ups and what doesn't. All I know is if I know it's Elk Hunt, I can bust it this map.
Is that the low one?
Is it? I thought it was the dash. Maybe it is the low one. I don't even know what the move's called yet.
I'm not sure anymore.
But whatever the dashing follow-up is, the one that's not a hit, like I can bust the man out of that if I know it's going to be that. You can also throw him out of it, but
well, Buster is a pro.
yeah. I mean, more it's like a universal thing. Like, yeah, if you think he's going to do it, just do it.
Yeah. Also, it's just the fact that he can choose not to break the wall with you, that is annoying.
I'm not quite sure how he does it.
But when I was testing Sin, if I do a full-on combo in the corner and then I do the Tyrant Barrel at the end, it just doesn't break the wall.
So that's, as far as I understand, that's just when it's been mistimed too much on the follow-up.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then you can definitely choose.
You can choose, but it does nerf your damage off of the super quite a bit.
Okay.
Because the damage is based on how close to the correct timing you get, and the actual perfect timing is a just frame.
Okay.
But yeah, it breaks the wall on the perfect timing. I guess it breaks it on close to the perfect timing, or every sin I fought recently is just a big dick G, and it's wall broken me every time. And then, yeah, I guess if you hit it like too early or too late, then it's not going to break the wall.
Yeah, I literally tested Sin after the last rollback when we did the commentary, and that was my Sin experience. After that, I did play some tower, and I beat a Sin to get to the Celestial Challenge, and I got a Sin on Celestial floor, which absolutely destroyed me. So that was fun.
I think when a new character comes out and everybody's playing them, because if you go into Celestial right now, like 70% or more of the room is Sin. It really shows who's the actual like, better players.
Yeah.
Because like Sin's so new that you're not necessarily going to run up against like Sin mains yet per se, but players who are just better at Guilty Gear are a lot harder to defeat playing Sin.
Yeah, I mean also there's some legacy knowledge. Like like the normals tend to be the same throughout the games.
Yeah.
Like, even though the games are completely different, Viking has almost the exact same normals from XX to Samsho to XR to this.
Like, I guess it depends how much the Gatlings have changed.
Oh yeah, that's a different story. But in terms of like normals, they tend to be the same. Also, let's address that Maku is absolutely ruining Senpuu here. I think he has the same problem as me, he just doesn't really know the matchup all that well, so he doesn't quite know what to press.
Yeah, like Maku can just wield his superior fundamentals and take advantage of the fact that Senpuu doesn't necessarily know how to counter a lot of Sin stuff yet, and just push his advantage. Especially since Sin is such an ungabunk character, like I said, that you can just keep the pressure on, and it's up to your opponent to sort of figure out how to get out, or you run out of stamina, of course.
Oh, that was nice. Senpuu for the burst because he didn't want to go through that wall.
Imagine Senpu's got to be sweating right now. Like, at this point, he's 2-0 down, and if he loses this match, he gets the spoon by default.
Yep.
From gold to wood.
Because if you're the champion, you cannot get the spoon unless everybody defeats you, but then there's no bottom bitchy match, you just get the spoon straight away. Every other scenario, you are safe from the spoon.
That's why I was saying earlier that if I'm defeated from the champion, my aim becomes just beat someone.
Yeah,
So that I
don't
can
get
be,
the spoon.
yeah, just so I can be insulated from the spoon. Although with the gauntlet growing, that's definitely a lot harder.
I mean,
I suppose if we change up the format.
yeah, I think it's gonna have to go to a bracket because we need to reduce the number of games.
There still will be a spoon match. Just how it's determined will be different.
Yeah, it's gonna be the two drops in the bracket.
Like a lot of Sin's moves, I understand, are minus without follow-up,
Okay.
but it's still hard to tell when you can actually press.
Yeah, this is a combo I've been seeing from Maku like constantly. Just the air combo, jump cancel.
It's just the Kai combo transplanted onto Sin.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's the same combo. The super's even the same super.
It's just riding the lightning. Oh, he waited too long after the fair. Big mistake.
That's my work. You can do it for Senpuu here. Oh. Again with the shuck it up and then just parries. Gets punished for it.
Oh,
Misses
okay.
the air throw.
Because he jumped. Oh, that's
Catches him
dust.
with the dust.
Unfortunate.
And that's going to be that.
Wow, this means that it hasn't happened in ages.
No, it
that
hasn't.
all challenges beat the champion.
Swept Retsu.
That's like, oh, I'm trying to think the last time I remember this happened. I think it also happened to Senpuu,
I think it also did happen to
Yeah.
Senpuu last time, yeah.
but it was so long ago, and also now it's like this is 5 people, which means that not only we get a bracket, but we also need to give a bye to Maku because he had the best score. Because I think he hasn't lost. He lost fewer rounds than you have.
Yeah, so Maku had 2 2-0 wins and a 2-1 win, where I had
Okay.
1 2-0 win and 2 2-1 wins.
Right, which means that he gets the bye, which means that the rest of us need to go through a bracket. And
So if I understand how to make a bracket correctly, since I'm the one that quickly stitched this back together,
yeah,
generally, like, top plays bottom, and you just work your way down from there till you get to the middle.
okay.
You know, like first would play 8th, second would play 7th, so on and so forth. I think I realised after the bracket, or the gauntlet was done, that 3rd and 4th had the exact same score.
Okay.
But for some reason, I'd convinced myself that Case of Chaos was in 4th, even though I'm sure in terms of matches and rounds, he had the exact same score as Cykamancer.
Okay.
But yeah, based on that, the first match of the bracket is going to be myself versus Case of Chaos.
So it's you against Case of Chaos, then it's Cykamancer against me, and then the winners go into the next one, and then whoever wins that fights Maku, and that determines the champion.
Yeah. Like-
Oh, yay! Because after a gauntlet, we needed a bracket as well. Yay!
God, I think at this point in time it was like 10:15, 10:30.
Yeah, we were
And it
like
was-
getting quite late,
And I was like, oh no.
I was just like, okay, we almost considered just like not doing the bracket. I was like, someone needs to be champ.
Yeah, no.
We cannot just like, like we cannot just have like the best performing player to get the belt, because that kind of defeats the purpose of the infighting. Because then it's just like everybody beats the champ, and whoever beats the champ the best just gets the belt. It doesn't seem right.
Yeah, and I didn't want to like carry this forward to next week.
Yeah,
So that's what I quickly just stitched the bracket together and went, it's this match, it's this match, it's this match. Let's get to it.
Yeah, also we just like, I was like, okay, we're definitely not doing round robin, because round robin with like 5 people, it would be like 10 matches.
Something
and I'm
like
like,
that.
no, it's not happening.
That's almost as many matches as if for the gauntlet itself we did a double elimination bracket.
Pretty much, yeah.
And that's just tagging it onto the end of the actual gauntlet.
Yeah. So, yeah, so without further ado, let's just look at you and Case of Chaos.
It's the match that Johnny fears most.
Oh, yes.
Let's get to it.
So, onto the bracket. So, first game is Case of Chaos against Reinart. And this is probably Case of Chaos' most dreaded matchup.
Yeah. Like, Case Chaos's win rate has improved across the board, but I think versus me might be the one area where it's still lacking. Even though he can totally fuck me up. I think this is the one match where the improved mental doesn't cling on as much. Like, I think he's kind of susceptible to like, you hit him with 2 busters in a row, and it like tilts him a little bit.
I mean, it would tilt me as well. Because I would be mad at myself for eating 2 busters, because you don't get 2 busters on me. I normally jump the second one. You can get buster and then heat knuckle, but you never get 2 busters.
Something I was thinking about in regards to this combo the other day is maybe people are thinking about saving it for next round, but no one bursts that combo, and I don't know why. I don't think it's burst safe. Just no one does it.
It is.
It is burst safe?
If you do, yeah. So if you do close slash 2H to heat knuckle, you cannot burst it. Unless I burst the 2H. Because it just gatlings into heat knuckle, so there's no way I can burst it. I think yeah. Once the heat knuckle comes out, it's not happening. Or maybe I'm just fucking wrong.
You can burst 6p. So I've had it done to a couple times.
Yeah, I do that all the time. If you're 6p me, right after the 6p I just burst and the heat knuckle just eats it.
I pressed the slow fucking button and eat shit. God damn.
Oh, he went for the grab.
I guess, unless it's like absolutely point blank, that's one situation you can't go for the grab, because Gordon Impact shrinks the potential hurt box. Just a little,
okay.
But it pulls it backwards, so that you sort of move out of grab range. Oh, just too far away. Yeah,
you knew he was coming for the grab that time.
This unprecedentedly fucking hell long gauntlet brought to you by Senpuu being defeated by everyone. We've never had a gauntlet this long, and going by on what we were saying earlier about it's not happened in a long time, I must hazard a guess. I think the last time this happened, Green Power Bar was still with us.
Yeah, I think
that's
so.
how long it's been.
Yeah, that was ages ago. That just shows how consistent we have been in terms of like, you know, like you can get absolutely hammered, but you never get hammered by everyone. Yeah. There's always at least one person that you can take before you go out.
Case Chaos taking the first game.
Yeah, so even though he dreads this matchup for the most part, I think he was ready. It was like, you know, he knew that you were back, you were ready to fight, he just needed to like put you in your place.
That's one thing I could do the work on. It's very helpful doing this commentary in that you can see your gameplay back. Like, obviously you can sit and watch your own gameplay yourself, but this sort of doubles up. Like, I'm getting punished for the 6k a lot, and I'm not necessarily meaning to do the 6k, some of those are just messed up character riddles. Okay. But I should be doing the flick after the 6k because it's a frame trap. And I just never do it, and then get punished for the 6k because it's got such negative hit and block.
I mean, to be fair, this is the purpose of the whole like recording stuff, so you can go back and watch where you fucked up. but it's just like we learned the commentary just so if anybody from outside wants to watch this, they get some entertainment value apart from just watching the gameplay.
Yeah, because we tried that initially, where it was we edited the videos, but we just uploaded the footage without us commentating over it, and then we'd say 1 week, hey, let's commentate, and the feedback we got was pretty strong. We're like, yeah, this makes it a lot more entertaining, just having you guys talk over it. So
even if it's a podcast on top of the gameplay, it's still more entertaining than just the game.
You never know, people might enjoy our personalities. No cock special for you, sir. I'm the grappler here.
Ooh, him jumping this the Buster is pretty good. Like he has done that like 2-3 times already, but he just doesn't go for the punish.
I think he's just more concerned about not getting hit. But if you jump on the Buster, you can just kick him in the head.
Yeah, exactly. That's like the Buster has a long recovery if it whips. So
I didn't quite know what to do there. As I caught him airborne.
Ooh, I did not expect that to hit.
Only on replay did I realised I had meteor. I could have just finished that and not even had to risk dealing with the Oki.
Well, you got that. It's fine.
I got there. 1-1. Let's go.
Oh, this is something that I don't quite know how to deal with.
You can jump it, but it's the sort of thing where if the heat knuckle hits your block, you have to be holding it.
Yeah.
And if you're not ready for it, I've not done it in quite a while as well.
No, but I remember I ate this from you once, and I was like, how am I supposed to deal with that?
Due to the that's a good point. You definitely can jump it, but you don't have throw protection because heat knuckles a guard crush.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's Wakara Buster is at minimum 6 frames, and most characters, well, all characters actually, jump squat is quicker than 6 frames. The slowest jump being 5 frames, which is the big bodies.
Okay.
Most characters have a 4-frame jump squat. Is that even what they call it in regular fighting games, or is that a Smash term? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Karaguradas!
When you do this, it's nothing but tilt. Because it's like, just let me fucking play the game, please. I don't want to be sitting here. Oh, I thought I was gonna hit.
He backdashed.
Oh yeah, of course, this was like the genius move that he's done.
Like, he never does that and he backdashed me, that bastard. Again, try to play around the burst there. I don't think I would have got enough damage to have killed if I'd gone for the optimal anyways. I'll say the optimal, I'm sure there's better stuff than... Actually, no, mid-screen I think. Dust 2S 2H might be the optimal. If I'm doing repeated Karaguras, you can jump. But I think there might be something about Karaguda into regular Garuda that prevents jump.
Yeah, I know usually the second Garuda that you do I can jump. And I usually try as well. Because, you know, I'm basically airborne.
Almost all the time.
Yeah.
Never ready for the round corner.
Yeah, same. It's just like I said this to Senpuu. Like even though I fully well like it has been like 6 months since that's possible, and I'm still not. I still don't believe it's gonna happen. I don't know how to train my brain to go like, yeah, that can cross you up in the corner as well.
Even when I'm ready for it, I never get it. Because it's right, run through in the combo. You've got a bit extra time because Leo's a bit further away from you. Oh shit, the game ended. So like you see him run, and if you can see Leo run, it's definitely run through. But my brain froze. Yeah, if you can see Leo running, it's definitely run through, and it's not the forward hitting one. Because the forward hitting one's so fast that you don't get to see Leo running. But in the corner, he's already so close to you, you don't get those extra couple of frames of Leo travelling to go. It's the run through and grab him.
Oh,
You're never ready for it.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, so you could jump in that time.
I didn't believe that was going to hit when I did it.
I wasn't quite sure. I think, yeah, I seem to remember like everybody going like, oh, I didn't think that was going to hit.
Like, I swear, on the Saturday before this, I did a Heavenly where I was closer to the opponent in the corner and it whiffed, but that one hit. Heavenly works in mysterious ways.
I know, sometimes it hits you and it shouldn't.
You're not cross up.
I just despise taking good pressure. Ooh, come.
I'm not sure what I pressed. Just kind of ate it.
Oh, you're going through the wall.
I am going through the wall. Jumps away from the grab attempt, but doesn't punish. Doesn't punish the Megamist either. I think he's playing scared right now. I suppose he is on his last life.
Yeah.
Again, the wall hits and I'm not used to it actually like connecting, so I go for the 2k.
Oh, there we go. That's all Chaos needs.
Bring himself back in, one slash at a time. I really thought he was going to jump into that. Damn it, if you want...
Like, the one thing, I think the Reinart special would be just 3 Garudas in a row. Because that just, it happens way too often.
That is a failed buster. It would have worked as well with DP. I think it's ever since I mean, if you watch like the past several rollbacks, the last 2 weeks before this notwithstanding, you can see that Karaguda is happening more and more often.
Yeah.
So I think it's just my newfound power that I'm just like doing it more. But I probably shouldn't be doing it as much.
Well, that's like me picking up a new game that has a parry character. I'm gonna parry on every occasion I can, and then I get blow up for it. And yeah.
4 2Ks in a row. I think I was just mashing ultimately, and on the clash, and that's why I got the other one, the next one to come out. I don't know why I did 3 and 4. Monkey brain go mash, I guess. It's like that chart. Lower end, mash good. Middle, no, I must oki and combo and tick throw in it, and then top end of the chart, mash good.
Yes, I mean the top end is just like, you know all the shit that you need to know, so you can like mash with like purpose, if that makes sense.
I wish I could say that was mashing with purpose, but no, that was definitely some glue drinking shit.
Nice, okay. Well, I guess I was trying to save your dignity, but you're just not letting me.
I'm a pot player, I have no dignity. My entire game plan is built around robbery.
Nice, okay. So, yes, that concludes you in Case of Chaos, which means that you are through, so we need to see who you're fighting. Is it gonna be me, or is it gonna be the Cykamancer?
Yeah, Case of Chaos now eliminated from the bracket. His final placing to be determined by the result of the next game also.
Oh, of course, yes.
Based on rounds and all that.
Yep. So let's see where Case of Chaos ends, and let's see who fights you. Let's rock.
Let's rock. It's the second match of the Decider bracket. Newcomer Cykamancer takes on Weirdling of the Old Guard.
Of the old guard.
Of the Old Guard.
Nice.
Of the Core 4.
Core 4, that's great. I like Core 4.
It'd be pretty crazy if he managed to get through you, and then get through me, and then get through Maku on his first week.
Luckily, I'm quite ready for the Nago, so unless it's like a Celestial Nago, it shouldn't be a problem.
It's time for an honourable duel. Although, one bites, and one's got a gun, so is there really that much honour?
I mean, I completely forgot that Nago and Viking have like unique interactions, because I never really see them online because we always skip the intro. And I was just like, oh, okay, these two actually like each other. Okay. Yeah, so that's like, if you try to use that as Oki, I'm gonna fucking hit you.
I don't think Cykamancer knows how to convert up if you can't hit 2H yet.
Yeah, probably not.
Can't hit 2H, amongst other buttons, is a free wall break from round start for now. Got hit by that yesterday. Round start, I got hit by a button, I think it was 2H, on counter hit. And I got wall broken for 60% of my life from round start.
Oh, that's just Potemkin damage.
So I was thinking about lately is Yes, Potemkin has the most health in the game by just a little bit, because Nago has almost as much health. But most of the cast kill you in 2 to 3 combos anyway.
Yeah.
It's not really that big of a benefit. Especially because there's not much you can really do between combo 1 and 2 to prevent it. I got killed in 3 combos with a chip yesterday. With a chip?
Motherfucker.
Supposed to be some low damage ass ninja and he's just like, whoa, die.
Yeah, that's precisely what he said. Die.
Chips are cracked out, man.
That's the
The pot
Potemkin.
thing, yeah.
That's the Potemkin gameplay I'm talking about. And for some reason I didn't expect it there. Oh, I should have just like jump slashed that. I was expecting the burst, but he was not doing it.
Yeah, I think I noticed that when that happened on Monday. I was like, oh, you backdashed? Oh, burst. Yes, of course.
Yeah, because I was trying to hold block, but I was also trying to do tatami, so I ended up with that.
Air throw!
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
the Beyblade. The other Beyblade, since Nago has a Beyblade.
Well, mine actually looks like one.
That's true, Nago just becomes the Beyblade.
Yeah, that's the Ram start that I absolutely despise from Nago, because it beats almost everything I can do. Unless I'm blocking, he's getting that.
There's a document on the top of this card, which has like a round start, like what Karabuster does and doesn't beat. And the Nago section is double the length of every other character. Of like, you can't do Pop Buster versus this, or this, or this. Now the only thing you can really do against Nago at round start is Potemkin is backdash.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to Shizuryuki, that's probably the only thing I can do as well.
Like when I'm playing on floor 10, that's one of the things I used to check Nagos. I do 2p round 1 game 1. And if they 5k me, I never do it again, because it means they know. Nice air feed.
Yeah, he's like bullying me in the air, and I was like, that's something that Maku does. Stop.
Must be something about these old fighting game heads that just air to airs much better at them.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking to beat. If I can beat the 2H, I'm in.
That was a weird interaction.
It was.
I guess you pressed the button too early, you woke up parry, but the active frames were already over?
Yeah.
The 6p. God, I hate that low.
Yeah, that was me not exactly doing what I meant to do, but it's fine.
No, but pushback on DP allowed him to get stuff like that.
Yep.
The war crime button.
He actually was about to pop as well, and that's why it's annoying. He was just about to pop the Blood Rage, which could have been like his end, but no, he decided to just like, I'm just going to anti-air with this low move. And then I died. And I was like, I cannot lose to an Nago that has only been playing for a couple of days. Yeah, so apparently I cannot do this combo in heavies.
Is it maybe one of those combos that's like,
Yeah, it's
not
like,
heavies, but maybe legal?
no, it just doesn't. Maybe on Leo, yeah, I'm not quite sure. But it's just like, or maybe I just slightly mistimed one of the things, or maybe I pressed it like at the wrong height. But this combo tends to work on lights and mediums, but I haven't really tested them on heavies. And if it doesn't work on heavies, I have an alternative route, so I can do it. It's just I need to remember that on heavies I need to do that.
Having combos that you've got to do differently on different weight classes is absolutely brutal. It's beyond my mental stats capacity.
I don't mind it because I play the game enough to adjust.
Yeah, I think I looked at your rating update the other day, and you're on like 6,800 games as Viking or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, if I commit, I commit. Oh, I should have grabbed that. There we go.
Again.
He did it. He did it. If I see that sword just like slowly coming forward, I'm like, yeah, I have all the time in the world to go super.
Nago's close slash is incredible.
But the far slash
Far
is
slash
just
slow.
so shit.
It's not weirdly slow. Like the recovery on some of his moves is a lot longer than you think it would be.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, that was kind of expected. Like he's not been Nago for that long. It's literally a couple of days at this point. It's I would say it's a miracle that he even got through because.
I certainly didn't expect him to beat Senpuu.
Yeah, because it's like not only you beat the champion with a character they only picked up 3 days, but he also gave me kind of a run for my money. It's not like I've struggled all that much, but he got 1 game on me. So.
Yeah, he didn't 3-0 either.
Yeah, so yeah, so that means that I get through and you go through, which means that Cykamancer and Case of Chaos are out. Which means that we need to decide which one of us gets to face Maku. So, yeah, let's get into this. This video has been long enough already.
It's time for the classic. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Okay, so... Fuck. So, it's, yeah, you and me, we play this all the time. And most of the time, I end up being defeated, but you were missing for 2 weeks, so
Tech seems to have been developed, skills have been grown in my absence.
So I was like, I know air grabs now. I have played Tekken, so now my defenses are better. Can you deal with me? And I was like, no, you cannot. You don't know what you're facing anymore. I'm a new person.
I don't know why I'm under the impression that this is the classic matchup of the BGF. Like it feels correct that it pairs off as the classic matchups are me and you and the Leo now.
I guess it's because
I think there's just a very long period of time where it was like Adam and Johnny for the spoon, and then you and me playing after the goal.
I suppose, yeah.
But clearly, I did not think the Usansum was going to travel that far.
Yeah, I'm trying to like purposefully make sure that you're not really getting. I'm not getting into grab range when I'm doing the Yodansen combo, because if I see that the Yodansen would put me in grab range, I would rather just like use the cannon and just get out of it.
That's something that I hadn't noticed over the past like several weeks. Damn, I'm sure I tried to stand block that, but I guess my reactions were just a bit slow. Is you've been landing in grab range less and less. Or at least when you are landing in grab range, you're hitting your Zensen at a height that allows you to
take this route.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's like the one thing that always, that's the one thing that you always mess me up with. So I'm just like, yeah, I need to work on this.
I'm using JK a lot more now as well. Oh, that was unfortunate. I didn't remember that happened.
Yeah, so that I think I wanted to go for the parry, but I didn't because it didn't say reversal, so I just did something that I shouldn't have.
Huh, I've already started the same both times. I don't normally do that.
I just love this tile on this map, by the way. I think this is the best part.
This is really nice actually. I'm not sure I've seen this that often, to be honest.
Yeah, this is the reason why I picked this map, by the way.
Like, it's the shading on it, because we're underneath the ship, is really nice. And there's a lot of stuff in the background. Undoubtedly this like messes with the connection because of the sheer amount of stuff being rendered. I think those are all 3D models. That unfortunate yellow cancel. I think we commented on that at the time, like I pressed it, but it just came out so late for some reason.
I think it was the block stun. Yeah, so I was just like, I feel like you're going to buster me, but I'm not quite sure, so I'm just gonna gun. Because the buster comes out slower than the gun.
Buster does not come out slower than the gun, unless I do it after the super flash. Like, if I had input Buster when I input 6p, you would have grabbed at the gunshot. Because the gun is 11 frames total.
Yeah, but it doesn't start up in 8.
That's 8 plus 3. It's 8 frames to the super flash and 3 frames post super flash. Because I have grabbed you at the gun once. At some point by sheer chance. So this is something that me and Evan were talking about the other day as well. It doesn't... Aha! My tech finally worked! So I'm cut off what I was talking about previously to talk about that. When... Oh great. When doing Groudon Vikings Wake Up, obviously the parry like stuffs the Groudon, it's Vikings turn again.
Yeah.
But if you do a whiff jab, it frame kills enough time that the Groudon will connect on the frame after the parry.
Okay.
So that you can sort of guarantee the Groudon's going to connect to get parried. But yeah, I mean, we're talking about that, like, you don't often do, at least it doesn't feel like you often do the follow-up to Kabari. And then you've started doing it a lot more recently, and it's messing us both up.
That's why I'm that's why I'm doing this. Because usually I'm just like, I'm either not doing anything, I do your Zansen, or I just like, okay, when I feel like that you're going to like do something, I'm just like, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna follow up because it's probably gonna get countered and then I get a full conversion. So that's just me trying to gauge your readiness for it.
The scene of my first fuck up. So I know exactly what happened there. I tried to do a more optimal combo than I would normally do. So that buster was walk forward into trying to do Karaback Mega Fist. But since I was going from forward to down to back to forward,
Yeah.
I got the buster input instead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I found out that like you can do the 2H whiff, 2H whiff, and then you can do Karaback Mega Fist into 2S, 2H Garuda. And I think it's a bit optimal for that sort of situation in the mid-screen.
Nice. It's still funny to me that you picked the Temkin because you didn't want the fucking execution, and then you got the most execution heavy character in the game.
It's a little upsetting, to be honest.
Oh no.
I've got to get one.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, between you and me, there always has to be evidence. And you had the fucking audacity that you think I would jump again.
It's happened before.
It has, yes. But I'm not going to let myself get tilted by this shit again.
I think the thought process there was, most players think that when they're low on health and it's the Oki situation is Potemkin, it's going to be Buster.
Right.
So I read that you read that it was Buster to finish the round.
I mean, that's exactly what I read, but I went for the super, so it just beat both. I was like, you're gonna buster me, so I better just fucking super. But luckily, it beats, like, your super flash was before mine, so you were just out of the iframes, so I could still hit you.
Really got to master the heavenly PRC reversal. It's something that I just can't do. Ah, damn it. I'm glad I'm remembering to do the 5p Garuda thing here though. That's the third time I've done it this match, even though I got punished for it that time. Still never check a meter.
I'm actually kind of like, I remember in this game I was kind of fishing to get an air grab on you at some point. And I was just like, the only way I can get it is to read that you're going to Mega Fist and jump prior to that.
Yeah, that was a bit of a mess. I think I meant to cancel on the Hammerfall connecting and just messed it up.
Well,
Also, I didn't believe in my buster input enough to just buster you after super as opposed to 2k.
Yeah.
I missed the other thing I wanted to talk about. God damn it.
What?
No, just in that match there was something else that, much like how I tried to go for, I must have just bypassed. I hit you with buster at some point, PRC'd, and tried to do heavenly, but I didn't have the meter to do it. And I didn't realise it. It was only after you killed me in that round did Maku point out that, yeah, you didn't have meter. I thought I'd just messed up the input.
I think that's more upsetting because that means that it's not your execution, it's your situational awareness.
I think there's been enough situations where I do the PRC and do my follow-up combo and it just doesn't quite kill that I was like, I'm just going to Heavenly And I think I was like a tad off full meter or something like that. I must have looked at the meter, went, right, I'm going to have enough meter, and just didn't.
That happens to me as well. It's like sometimes it's really satisfying when you're like mid combo and I'm like, okay, if I hit the last hit of this, it's gonna give me enough meter to do my super. And when it doesn't happen, it's so upsetting.
There's some real advanced niche Potemkin shit where if you have like 49% meter and you do
very specific.
Yeah, it's like 49% meter, and you do either of the super inputs, but you Kara them, the Kara part gives you enough meter for the super to actually come out. Because it registers the 6k, gives you the meter from doing the 6k, and then does the super because you now have the 50% required.
But wait, is it not because you move forward?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right. So it's not the actual hit, it's just because you move forward.
It's just pressing the button, you move forward, and it gives you like a little smidge of meter. But if you've got, like 1 or 2% off having a full bar, it will give you enough to actually do the super. But that's some incredibly niche tech.
Yeah. I mean, it's good to have in your,
Yeah, I had a
in
couple
your back pocket.
I don't think I'll ever notice to do it though. Yeah, I had a couple of fuck ups that game, but I think at this point I was playing too predictably. At this point in the night, I think it was like past 11 o'clock, and I'd been up since 7 in the morning. I think my brain was just giving in.
Yeah, same. That's why I had a monster. I was like, I'm gonna need an energy drink for this shit. And then I actually stayed awake until like almost 2 o'clock because I could not fucking sleep.
Like, I regret this monster.
Well, I don't, because I actually managed to like beat you as well, so I'm in the grand final against Maku, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I just too much monkey brain Mega Fisting, and you're always ready for Mega Fist.
Well, almost always. I just need to get better at parrying it. I'm getting better at just parrying like air moves coming in, so Mega Fist is gonna get there. So yeah, so all that's left in this massively long gauntlet is for me to face Maku.
This commentary is a gauntlet in itself.
Pretty much. So yeah, let's see who takes the gold. Is it me, or is it the new blood with the new character, the newest of the newest new? Well, not quite the newest, but you know what I mean.
He can't get the gold again. Like, he had it last week, and he's on a new character, and was the newest member of the BGF.
But
we can't allow this to happen.
Yeah, but don't forget that I also haven't really played Strive since Sin's drop, so it's just like, it was my Tekken week, so I did not play against Sin, so I'm just like running into this almost completely blind.
Just hit him with down forward too.
Oh yeah, well.
I have no idea what move that is in Nasco.
Down forward 2. That's
is that even a good button?
That would be the uppercut. The basic launch uppercut.
Nice, I picked a good one.
You did. Right, okay.
Let's get to it. The grand finals with no reset.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. The final event of the evening. It is the grand finals of the decider bracket. Who will take the gold? Will it be Weirdling, or will it be Maku?
Nice.
Get the commentator voice, not the commentator, get the announcer voice on, let's go.
Nice.
Hopefully I didn't peak the mic. I think I'm far enough away that it should be okay.
Also, you didn't project like you normally do, so it's fine. It's not gonna blow it up.
It's far too late to be forcing that shit upon the neighbours.
So yeah, going into this I was like, well, I guess the one thing that Tekken didn't help me with is this matchup. So I was just like, I know what Maku does in general. I know what he did with Kai. Sin has the DP, Sin has the pseudo scum dipper, all that kind of stuff. Like it's very similar to Kai, but no projectiles and more mechs.
That's a big fucking DP as well. It's about the size of Leo's DP in terms of hitbox.
But the good thing is that if I block the first one, he doesn't want to see. I can parry the second. Pretty good.
Well, I was talking to Senpuu about this earlier in the week. I don't know if anyone else can do this. Well, I guess it's button dependent, but I should be able to do something. If you block the first hit of the Hawk Baker, I can just 2H him in the arsehole before the follow-up comes out.
Nice.
Hell, if you time it right, you can just walk through it. Like, he goes up, you block it. You walk past him so he does the follow-up, it just comes harmlessly down the ground and you get a fat counter.
I know that I get a super counter on this at one point. I'm kind of spoiling it. But yeah, it's gonna happen. But the one thing that started to bother me is that he does the same shit that he did with Kai, like every fucking time I jump. His air button just beats mine every fucking time. And I'm just like, how am I supposed to deal with this shit?
It's the curse of jump slash, brother.
Yeah, but my jump slash should be the absolute like most annoying shit in the world.
It is.
and he just beats me with his jump slash, and I'm like, yeah, that's my role. Stop fucking being air superior. That's my thing. The amount of jumps.
You're both very airborne players.
I suppose, yeah. I cannot claim the monopoly on being air superior anymore. Yeah, you can tell that I have no clue how to play against Sen. I don't know what's high, I don't know what's low, I literally have nothing.
Not even throwing out any parries.
Well,
Who are you?
I'm trying, but it's like, like I don't really know when to do it. So I can only, yeah, there we go. It's just obvious I pressed jump heavy, so it makes sense. But most of the time he just beats my own moves. Like that was a trade, but obviously I have more health. So
The man wins out. The 5-year-old child in a man's body.
One could say a 5-year-old man. Yeah, that worked.
Gears grow hair. Like,
And I don't know.
even though Sin's 5, could Sin grow a big ass beard
Probably
now that
not.
he's a man?
Or maybe, I don't know. Anime tends to be like really like, sparing with the beard.
Beards are for old men.
He pressed the button.
Oh, that's some bullshit. Like, you look at Sin and see how goddamn jacked he is, and he's the same weight as like Zato and Chip, where they're like that weird
I mean,
light medium in between.
yeah, but Daisuke has just no fucking clue how to deal with men's weight. Like, considering that Anji is like 71 kilos, he's like, what was it, like 180 something centimeters tall, and he's fucking jacked.
Yeah.
Like, Anji's roughly the same weight as you, and you are one lanky motherfucker. So it's like, clearly he has no fucking clue how heavy muscles are.
Like, I'm basically a skeleton.
Yes.
We're the same as Anji Mito.
Exactly, that's kind of a point. And you're roughly the same height as well.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, even though this is unlocked for the gauntlet, I am now at my all-time peak weight. Now that I've been working and eating regularly.
Nice, so you're not putting on some weight. Good.
I am now 10 stone 12.
Nice. I don't know what that means because I'm a foreigner.
Ah, well, okay. More than Angie weighs.
Nice.
Not quite as much as Potemkin, unfortunately.
We don't want to be that way. He's over a ton.
Not unless my thighs also breathe. That seems like a worthwhile trade.
I mean, if you look at Sin, everything about him breathes.
Gears and
It's not just gears. Oop. Yeah, he's doing this. Yeah, this. Just doing the air moves, counter to my air moves, turning it into ride the lightning. And then, yeah, so basically what he's doing is that using my lack of knowledge on the matchup to just completely meme my shit.
gun. I'm kind of surprised that he traded with your jump heavy there.
I mean, I don't know his hitboxes yet, so I cannot be surprised at anything just yet, unless it's like outrageously weird. But yeah, it's the battle of the eye patches. I keep forgetting this Sin only has one eye. He's basically a disabled character, I could say him.
I never considered he has one eye. Why does he have one eye?
Well,
Did his dad nick it?
I mean, he kind of explained it in the story, but it was obviously all a joke about like how babies are made, and it's funny as shit though. But I don't know how much actual like. I think I fucked this. Yeah, I do. So I was gonna dash and I'd kick him from behind so I could get a wall break, but for some reason I didn't cross up.
Probably one of those things where it's like, oh. And that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was the. So for some reason when he comes down, he doesn't hit me straight away, so I could still hit him with the second hit of the super. And I knew this worked because I accidentally pulled this online once. In those like 3 to 5 games that I played against Sins, I managed to figure this out that it actually works.
The follow-up to DP is weird. You need to be a big dick G, but you can buster him out of the follow-up.
Nice.
Like block the DP and do buster, and you catch the follow-up. I've tried it several times now, and I have been kept hit every single time.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like it looks like the hit comes out before he reaches against the frame. Or maybe there's like a couple of frames.
I think he touches the ground and the frame after the hitbox becomes active or something like that.
So it's like, okay, so it's crazy.
Yeah, I've seen the clip of it, of Sin just being busted out of the follow-up to the DP. I thought it would be easier. Woe is me. At least someone else in this game has a specialist unsafe on hit and a frame perfect input thing.
I started doing Dust because people just don't. They're just not ready for it. Because it takes so long to come out. Because if your Zansen's happening, it's like you can just stand up. But if I Buster, it's just like, ha ha ha. It's not Buster, sorry, Dust. That's my Buster. Oh, I think he's gonna play that. Yeah.
I think I'm always like a couple of frames too late. So I do react, but seemingly not in time. Although if I'm playing cracked on any given day, that's when I'm bustering people out of the charge for the dust.
It's like, because I don't have the reaction to stand up and block, but I do have the reaction to parry. So if I see the orange, I'm like, okay, 1, 2, parry. But I don't have the reaction to stand up and block. I don't know how that works.
It's because we're old men now.
I
I don't have a young man's reactions anymore.
Well, I have good reactions. It's just I have specific reactions.
The parry reaction.
Yes, that's like I need to get my dopamine from somewhere.
Neuron activation. Get a parry born out of the door.
Yes. I'm in. Oh, and it doesn't hit. That's fine.
Sure, there's been a lot of like round-ending trades this match.
Yep. But this time it was in my favor, so yay. I'm just trying to figure out what Sin's range is, so that's why I'm trying to do these pokes.
Lots.
Yeah, but I can contest that with Kavari and stuff, so.
I think the beat driver is about as long as Kavari is.
Yeah, probably.
I think I tried to do some kind of slight head nonsense yesterday and got poked to the beat driver for like 2/3 of the screen again. And I was like, oh dear, no worries. Naku evens up the score.
Nice. I was so close here.
If this gauntlet was not long enough, it's another game 5.
Well, if there's ever a game 5, it has to be the grand final, isn't it?
I suppose, yeah. You just want to wash.
I did not remember. I did not remember that it was going to be a game 5. I actually couldn't remember how many games I played.
Man's patient on the parry.
Yeah, like I said, it's the Tekken, man. Well, I'm getting absolutely shafted here. He's jumping so much.
I'm not sure if it was Maku that I said this about. I'm sure I said last time I was on the commentary desk that someone just fucking switches on when it's the final match. I think it was Maku that said that.
Yeah, I suppose. I'm just a general guide where I just get like more used to playing as I do it. So it's like I'm getting better with the more matches I play, and obviously it's going to deteriorate at some point. But it's a gradual build up also the same.
One thing that I've noticed about Maku Senplay is online sins, they hit like that 4-hit combo into the dash, and they can just press the same 4 buttons again after the dash, and it's like a massive wall carry. But Maku's not really doing it, and I don't know if it's because it's suboptimal or he doesn't know.
I mean, consider that this gauntlet happened like 3 days after Sim was dropped, or like 3-4 days after. So it's like, yeah. But yeah, that's me eating it. But there's no Sin in the digital figure mode, so you're gonna have to put up with this for a while.
It's Sin in the streets, it's his evening casual wear. Definitely Sin, I swear, honest.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm happy with second place. It's pretty good, considering that I've not really played the game for the last week.
I'm liking how full the loser's bin starting to look. We can definitely fit one more player in there.
But no more than one.
No more than one.
So, yeah, I mean, this was, again, it was good in terms of excitement.
Yeah, this gauntlet was kick ass.
It was way too fucking long.
Oh.
So if we have the same participants next week, we're just going a single element bracket with the top 2 getting the bye, meaning that it's gonna be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games,
and then the
plus
game.
the spoon game. So that seems a bit more reasonable in terms of time. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this was what, 9 games in total, and the single element bracket, including the spoon game, will total out at 6 games.
Yeah.
I think.
So, yeah, which means that it's gonna be better on time. It's gonna be easier on edit. It's gonna be like a breeze on commentary after this one at least. And I don't get to make it, which is great, because I'm not doing any videos this year anymore. Because I'm done. I have done videos since the Reckoning, pretty much up until this one, because you did this one.
Yes, this gauntlet brought to you by yours truly.
Yay! It was finally a gauntlet that I didn't have to worry about. It was great.
And it was the longest fucking one.
Well, I'm so glad that I decided to not do it this time. Oh yeah, because if this was mine, oh my god, I would have been like quitting the BGF.
I had to make 93 assets. Well, I say make, there's the templates exist, but
Yeah, but it's still time.
like not including the already pre-made assets, that like the title card and stuff. There was 93 of the bastards needed to be made for all these matches.
Yep.
That was a time-consuming process, and none of you are going to get to see any of the mistakes I made because they've already been corrected.
Yes. That's such is the beauty of commentary. We can see all the mistakes as we're talking, and we can just fix them after. So
Prizes go out to anyone who can spot the points in the commentary where we noticed an error.
yeah, so next week we have Maku as the champion and me as the second place, so we're going to get the bye, which means that you're going to see the rest of the guys playing it off, then joining us in the next round, and then we have another final. So basically we're as long as we have 6 players playing, we're gonna have brackets, because it has to be, and it's a single element bracket as well. We're not gonna go for double, because that would just be the exact same number of games as now,
It's more.
or even more. Yeah.
Like, if we did double a limb, then presumably you need to have a Grand Finals reset available.
Oh yeah.
With 6 players and a Grand Final reset. That is 11 games.
Oh no, fuck that.
Don't know if that even accounts for a spoon game, which may also be necessary,
Yeah.
which would be 12 games. Given this was 9, and this video is probably approaching the 2-hour mark, if not already over that.
No, it's probably over.
Fuck that.
So yeah, like, we do apologize for this being this long, but I think the matches were pretty good. So if you manage to watch it all the way through, then you get a cookie, because you deserve it. Like, no one should be subjected to 2 hours of pure BGF bullshit.
I thought you were going to say mediocrity.
No, I mean, like, I think we have reached a point where we're just like low tier good players rather than top tier mediocre players. But
Yeah,
I might just be like, I might just have some inflated ego thing going on here.
I think we might actually be starting to graduate from mediocre players doing mediocre things.
Yeah, so we might just be doing like low top tier players doing low top tier things, I guess. I don't know.
I guess this is sort of like in the context of the Scottish FGC, because I feel like if we ran up against the real top tier players that go to the majors and stuff in like America and whatnot, we would just get absolutely crushed. It wouldn't even be close.
Yeah, I suppose. But yeah, in terms of like the Scottish scene, we're getting there. So yeah.
I'm not going to stop until I can call myself the best pot in Scotland, but that means I need to soundly defeat Patriarch Panda at some point.
Yes, and so far nobody has challenged me to be the best Viking in Strive, at least. In Exard, yeah, I concede my claim for the throne, because I have played Vikings even locally that are just like better than me. So yeah. Okay, so I think this has been long enough already, so I think we should just wrap it up.
Yeah, I don't think I've got anything to add.
No, me neither. So just like, share, and subscribe, man, and just like, do all the shit that's good for the algorithm, and you know, man.
Follow us on Twitter at BGF_FGC to get updates about tournaments we'll be at and when the new rollback comes out. Although if you're subscribed, you'll know that way before I tweet about it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'm tired, let's go.
Yeah. This has been Monday Night Rollback. I'll not be on the desk next week. I don't know if you'll be on the desk next week.
No, I don't think so. I've been twice.
This schedule's all messed up, man. I don't know how it works anymore.
You'll see, like, you will hear someone next week, probably Case of Chaos. And since neither of us are on, it's probably going to be Case of Chaos and Senpuu, so process of elimination.
Enjoy your time with the Unga Bunga Bros. We're out.
We're out. Goodbye and good watching.